It's May 1973. Winona leaves her high school for the last time after graduation. Her only aspiration is going from 17 hours a week to 32 hours at the local grocery store. By hour 19 of that first week, she would meet Joe Digiolone, the only Italian in town under 20. Coming from a family of questionable integrity, Joe on this day would need a foil and come around the corner to see Winona stocking that very thing. Being polite, Joe would get the foil, head to the register, check out. Once back at his car, he turned on the ignition just to turn it off again and go back inside to aisle 15. Approaching Winona, Joe would ask her if she'd like to go out sometime. To Winona's surprise, she would say yes, and he'd pick her up the next night at 7 p.m. In a town of 2,300 people, it took all of a day and a half for word to get out. Joe and Winona would marry 2 years later, and with increased pressure from Joe's family about Winona joining the family business in waste management, and Joe being asked to handle outside sales, they would flee in the night 1,900 miles to southwest Texas, becoming campground hosts outside of Big Bend National Park in Terraluga, Texas. They would have 2 kids and eventually open up a campground of their own. Joe would manage day-to-day operations while Winona would run a small store on site called Aisle 15. Years later, they would find out most of Joe's family would go to prison for blackmail and extortion practices within the family business. Joe and Winona's campground would become a legendary place, earning them the nicknames J-Dog and Pickle.